Hey, LASH besties. In this week's episode, I am going to be talking about life. And no, I don't mean how we're created, but things we go through and how we push through. We are all human and life hits us all differently. And today, I just wanted to be candid and talk about how to deal. I believe this is a healthy topic and is just as important to speak on as running a business. So, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Welcome to Lash Biz 101. My name is Erica Wilson, and I am your lash bestie that talks everything lash business. Whether you're a seasoned lash artist or new to the lash industry, we all strive for one thing: to run a thriving and successful lash business. I help you think about things you may have overlooked or chose to put on the back burner. I'm that little voice in your head to help push your business in the right direction and to that next level. We could all use a little help and advice, and I'm hoping this is where you can find it. Remember, this is a safe space for everyone. I speak from my heart, and I try to motivate and encourage everyone who's listening. Before we get started, I want to say thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the show. All right, let's get started. Okay, Lash friends, as I mentioned at the opening of the show, I wanted to talk about life on a daily basis. Now, I do want you guys to know in no way am I a therapist. I'm just navigating through this just like you. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because I have had one of the toughest, roughest, boo-hooing weeks of my life. A situation in my life just kept growing and growing, and I tried to get ahead of it, but it actually caught up to me before I could get ahead of it. And bam, just like that, life happened. I was shook, distraught, dazed, scared, couldn't think straight. I was embarrassed, ashamed, and I just wanted to crawl into a hole and pretend like it didn't happen. I just wanted to wish it away and just start all over. I called my mother, boyfriend, and my cousin, who's also my best friend. I called them crying. I had no idea how I was going to fix this. I felt alone. Like, have you ever felt like that? Like you were on this island all by yourself and no idea of what to do. One minute life is loving you, and at the blink of an eye, you feel like all hope is lost. That's how I felt all week. And honestly, I'm still feeling that way, but I'm slowly bouncing back. But the reason I wanted to share this with you is because if you have ever felt like I feel right now, or you're feeling this way as we speak, just know you are not alone. And that's what I learned about my life this week. You see, for all my years of living, I've been this strong minded, strong willed female that when I set my mind to do something, I'm going to see it through and nothing was going to stop me. And if any obstacles came in my way, I was going to figure it out. I had and still have a tendency not to show any weakness or vulnerability, and that scared me. So, me asking anyone for help was out of the question. And in my current situation, had I asked for help or advice, I more than likely would have avoided this situation from confronting me. I learned a lot about myself this past week. I learned how to share what was happening. I learned how to let those who really care about me, I learned how to let them in. I don't know. I guess I was afraid of being judged. And that's when pride can hurt you. I learned that the hard way. When you have people in your life who truly love you unconditionally, they don't judge. They listen, they help, they comfort, they support, they walk through it with you, they're available. And I thank God for my mother, my boyfriend, my daughter, my cousin, my ex business partner, who is still my close friend, and my other best friend of 30 years. If I didn't have them to turn to last week, I don't know where my mental would be today. In the end, I learned that I wasn't on this island alone. I said that last part to say I didn't realize the abundance of love and support that I had around me until I opened my mouth and shared. I don't know why I didn't realize that before. Maybe I was too wrapped up in my own little world. Why it took for a bad situation to happen for me to see that they would do anything for me. Lash besties, I want to take a quick moment to share something with you, and then we'll get back to the podcast. I'm not sure where you are in your lash extensions business. Either you're a new lash artist or maybe you're seasoned. In any case, I want to help ensure your business is set up for success. Truly. You see, when I first started lashing 12 years ago, I thought just taking clients and doing lashes was all I needed to do in order to run a lash business. Boy, was I wrong, and I had to learn that the hard way. Back then, there was no one who offered tips or advice with what to do first and what direction to go in. I had no idea that I needed to register my business, get a business accountant, hire a business lawyer, get business insurance, have an ironclad intake waiver form, how to put together a business plan, so on and so forth. Well, I don't want you to be like I was with learning the hard way for years. It was so hard to bounce back from all the setbacks that I knew nothing about. That's why I decided that no one would need to ever experience that feeling I had. So I did something about it and wrote a book, The Lash Artist Guide to Success: How to Run Your Lash Extensions Business. This book is like a business coach in your hands. I give you everything very important for your business to be set up properly and to avoid any setbacks. I also give references, examples, tips, and much more to make it as easy as I can for you. So please, don't be like me. It took me years to get my business on track. Go to my website right now, lashbiz101.com/shop, or click the link in the show notes and get your book now. You won't regret it. You'll thank me later. And you're welcome. Now, let's get back to the podcast. And that's why I say pride can sometimes hurt you bad when you don't put it on a shelf sometimes. It's one thing to be prideful of being a lash artist, a business owner, a mom, partner, whatever it is in your life that you take pride in. But it's another thing to have so much pride that you think your shit don't stink like everyone else's. You better listen. So, my piece of advice here is if you have someone, even if it's one person in your life that loves you unconditionally and wholeheartedly, you need to trust them. Share what's going on. Doing so can lift weight off your shoulders and help you avoid any unnecessary domino effect. In my 50 years of living, I have for the first time learned what it really means to be humble. This experience has truly humbled me. I see things so differently, and I have a deeper empathy when it comes to others and what they're going through. And I learned that from the love that surrounds me. Listen, when life happens, deal with it immediately. Don't wait until the worst can happen. Share and talk to those who love you most. Some of them may not be able to help you in the way that you want them to, but in the end, they are there for you. Don't push them away. Accept whatever it is they have to offer for support. Life is full of challenges and obstacles, and it doesn't stop. And as lash artists, we should know that all too well. We listen to our clients' woes of what's happening in their life. We as humans tend to put other people's problems on a rate scale, like from 1 to 10. And that's unfair because what's not detrimental to us may be detrimental to others. Others may have been through worse than what we are in the midst of going through. Everyone is built differently. I'm a firm believer of that. God is not going to give you more than you can bear. He knows what you can handle. It's us as humans who doubt our own selves and our strength, and we get in our own way. Therefore, when we are faced with an obstacle, we fold. We forget how strong we are. And I also think about those sayings where people say, it could be worse, or just when you think you got it bad, someone is going through worse. Those kinds of sayings is true. We all think our situation is the worst in the world, and it's not. Majority of our situations are fixable. Unfortunately, we have to fix it first, but it's not the worst. Again, surround yourself with solid people who will always be there for you no matter what. And in return, show your appreciation. Even if you tell them something good about themselves or tell them you love them, be an ear for them in return. Cheer them on. Be a positive light for them. We all need that because life is going to life no matter what. I feel good that I shared this episode with you guys because I feel like someone who's listening needed to hear this. And if so, you're going to be okay. You're going to pull through, and life is going to get even better. Your perspective will be clearer, and you'll be a better person at the end of it. Trust me. So, I'm going to bring this episode to a close and pray that someone has found this episode helpful. And if you did, please like and comment. Also, it was mentioned to me that my YouTube channel was not allowing you guys to leave a comment, and I have figured out how to fix it. I needed to change the permissions in my settings, so now you should be able to leave a comment. If you feel there is anything you can add to help other lash artists with how to cope with going through life challenges, please share. This is a safe space, and I want us all to keep each other uplifted. We need that as a community. I thank you so much for listening. And as they say, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to please follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at LashBiz101. And if you know of any lash artists who may benefit from my podcast, please forward this podcast to them. Until next time, love you. Bye.